All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. So excited to have you here today. So today we are going to be looking at a video that was going viral last week. You may or may not have seen it. It involves an OF girl named Lilly Phillips, who gave herself a challenge to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours. Now, this clip comes from a documentary that was done by a gentleman, I believe his name is Josh, in the days leading up to doing this and then in the immediate aftermath. So this clip that I'm about to show you is Josh's first conversation with Lilly post having 100 men sleep with her, and her raw reaction essentially to that sort of trauma, because that is nothing short of traumatic. So we're going to get into that, but first, this is your reminder to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It costs you nothing and it means absolutely everything to me, and I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so like I said, this video comes from a short documentary that was posted on YouTube about her little challenge. It feels so wrong to call it that. And so next Monday, we're going to do a more in-depth video about the documentary in total. Today, I just want to look at this clip. Okay, so first I want to play the one of the original videos. I cannot find the original video that she posted where she talks about the idea. So this is post the 100 guys. Apparently she made it to 101. Impressed. So let's watch this first.
So on Saturday, I got run through by 101 guys. Now, I've had a lot of backlash so far about it, and I've seen some of the videos and I see your side. Like, I am not trying to encourage all the girls to be doing that, like if they don't want to and feel like they have to do that. But my side is like, I'm just a girl trying to enjoy myself, trying to have fun, trying to make some content for you all, you know, trying to get my bag. Like, this is fun to me, this is what I enjoy, no one is forcing me to do this. And I feel like we're going back in time to where women are getting shamed for being a sluzzer, when I thought that's what we were trying to get away from.
Okay, there's so much to say about this. First of all, I feel like it is worth acknowledging the terminology that she chooses to use of "I got run through by 100 guys," because this is the terminology that she repeatedly uses. And I don't know if it's easier to say that rather than acknowledge the reality of you had sex with 100 men in one day, or if it's supposed to be like a self-deprecating joke. I'm not quite sure where the desire to use that terminology is coming from, but it is worth note. Now, I just, it's mind-boggling, because when we play this other clip for you guys, you will see that it does not look like Lilly is having fun, right? Lilly is sitting here saying, "Oh, I did it because it's fun for me. It's something I enjoy." It does not look like Lilly had fun. Lilly does not look like she's having the time of her life in the aftermath of this challenge. And that's where I very much am perplexed, because immediately after this, she announced that she's going to do 1,000 men in one day, which, let it be known, there are only 1,400 minutes in a day. So curious about that. We will talk more about that on Monday's episode when we dive more in depth on the documentary itself. But for now, let's just address this one small aspect of it. Now, she also says that she doesn't want to encourage other girls to do it if they, quote, don't want to. Girl, I'm not convinced that you want to. She says that she's trying to get her bag. Maybe that is the motivator. I just don't know how much money is worth selling your soul over, because that is what she did. You're not going to be the same. The amount of trauma that your body is going to endure going through something like this is immeasurable. It's absolutely insane. And finally, I can't believe you're slut shaming me. If we can't slut shame people who fuck 100 men in one day, who can we slut shame? And that's just such a funny comment. And this is where I come back to, I don't think that she believes anything that comes out of her mouth, because when we watch the documentary and when you watch my video about the documentary coming out on Monday, you will see that she herself says, oh, I understand why people call me a slut. I am a slut. Like, if I'm not a slut, who is a slut? I mean, those are words that actually come out of her mouth. So, I don't know. And if there's anything to have shame in, it is what she did. You should be ashamed. There should be a certain level of shame in that, because that's shameful. And I'm tired of living in a society that says you're not allowed to call out things that are shameful. But enough on that. That was kind of just a quick background information for this. So the video we're going to watch next is from the documentary, and it is the footage in which the producer of the documentary gets to talk to Lilly for the first time after having sex, in her words, getting run through by 100 men. And it's heartbreaking.
It's not for the weak, girls, if I'm honest. It was hard.
But
I don't know if I'd recommend it.
why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like, it's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
It's not like just having sex with someone.
yeah, just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
And again, on Monday's episode, we'll get more into it, because there's a whole scene after this where she tries to say that the reason she's crying is because she feels guilty. And the reason that she feels guilty is she feels like she didn't give each of the guys, like, the best experience that they could have had. And I just don't believe that, because the thing that triggered her was when he says it was more intense than you expected, wasn't it? Yeah. Spending 12 hours having men come in and essentially just have their way with you. I imagine that that's intense. I imagine that that is traumatizing. The human body is not meant to endure that, especially women. And this is where the ideology of sexual liberation, of feminism, turns into this incredibly toxic thing, because it has convinced women, it has lied to women, and said that men and women are the same. Men and women approach sex in the same way and feel the same about sex and can have sex in the same way. And it's just not true. It's just not true. Women form attachments, emotional attachments, whether you recognize it or not, whether you feel it or not. There is an emotional, biological connection that is formed when a woman has sex with a man. And to have sex with 100 men in one day. Now, I'm not saying Lilly formed an emotional attachment to all of these men. In fact, she said she can only remember about 10 of them, which makes complete sense. But what I am saying is that is a very, very, very intense very, very intense experience. And to go through it 101 times in 24 hours is beyond the scope of what a human being is made to deal with. Like, no shit, she's crying. And it is not because she feels bad that she didn't give each guy the best experience. It's not. That is such a lie. I guarantee you that she started crying and was like, oh no. And just that was the cop out for why she was crying. She's crying because she's traumatized. But that is all that I have for you guys today. This is such an insane story. And like I said, she is doubling down. Not even doubling down, 10 timesing down on this, and intends to sleep with 1,000 men in one day come February. So we'll see if she actually does that. I pray that she changes her mind, because I just don't, there's no money in the world that's worth it, you know? And I imagine that she's already making a lot of money. She doesn't have to do this. And I don't understand what this girl went through in her life that made her feel like she has to go to this extreme level to garner attention. It's very sad. It is a very, very sad situation with Lilly Phillips. But that's all I got for you guys today. So if you enjoyed, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all of you very much, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.